Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your daily tarot reading. Thank you for joining me in this reading. I'm going to be using the Light Seers deck and the Lover's Oracle deck for the reading. So remember to take what resonates and to leave behind whatever you feel does not. So let's find out what messages come through with the cards. So the first card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. With this card, you could be dealing with an earth sign, so a Taurus, Capricorn, or even a Virgo. Next, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And finally, we have the Wheel. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So that shows more earth sign energy. Okay, so with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, with this card, I am seeing a connection that perhaps is filled with a lot of loyalty between two people. So with this card, this shows also a huge emphasis on perhaps the more practical side. So this is also about having everything in order as far as perhaps the more practical side of life. So even if you are single, perhaps this is also representative of you being in a position whereby perhaps you are very ready as far as having your work life in order, having your finances in order, and being in a position whereby you are able to also shift your focus to perhaps other things and other areas of your life at this time. So this Ace of Pentacles, this is also showing not only doing well, but actually doing exceptionally well as far as the more practical side of things. So this could even be a connection right now that is very loyal. It shows a lot of loyalty, a lot of commitment, and also the ability to invest into this connection very strongly as far as perhaps devoting a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of effort into it. So I'm seeing a very valuable connection to both people as well. And with the Knight of Pentacles, with this card, this is showing a connection that is moving forward, and it is perhaps in a state where things are moving forward steadily. So this is perhaps a very controlled kind of forward motion as far as this connection. So this is also about a connection that has a lot of security as well. And if you are perhaps single, this is also perhaps indicative of you waiting for a connection to come to you, and perhaps you have been waiting for what feels like a long time perhaps with this card, because this card shows very slow moving energy, and things move forward at a very slow rate. But with it moving forward slowly, this also ensures preciseness. So things are moving forward, but things are also moving forward properly, and everything is perhaps more likely to be very solid and built on a stronger foundation, whereby perhaps there isn't anything being left out or being missed with the Knight of Pentacles. So also with this card and it moving forward very slowly, perhaps there could be a hyper focus perhaps on ensuring that everything is done correctly. And so there isn't a lot of perhaps focus on the more exciting side of things. This is about being more concerned with perhaps the more practical and ensuring that there's security. And I'm also getting that there is a lot of security with this card. And with the Queen of Pentacles, that card is in the reverse. This shows perhaps a lack of balance, and I'm seeing that lack of balance perhaps being with the ability to balance between the more practical side of things and perhaps also the other side of things in a connection. So with this, there could be an over focus on perhaps practical matters, or there could be an under focus on it, but there seems to be some kind of unbalance. And I am seeing that perhaps with that wheel, the Wheel of Fortune is things turning around and there being some sudden changes, but it is in the upright position. So this is very pleasant, sudden changes. So this could also be about being able to regain balance in this connection and coming back to a state where you're bringing back some excitement to this connection and bringing back that balance into a connection. And I am getting that perhaps these are very pleasant surprises that may be on the horizon for this connection. So with the Ace of Pentacles, I'm also seeing something to do with finances and something to do with prosperity, maybe something that is on the horizon for this connection as well. So this could be perhaps you being able to even come into a position that is perhaps a promotion, whereby you maybe also be able to be rewarded quite nicely for your efforts. Also, this connection may be moving to perhaps the next level, and it may also be moving to a place whereby it feels like it is a reward for the amount of time spent working on something in this connection and making things perhaps work. Okay, so I'm going to pull out 3 cards from the Lovers Oracle deck for this reading. So I'm going to pull out a card for you, Sagittarius, a card for the other person, and a card for the overall connection. So I'm going to start with the card for you, Sagittarius. So this is the card that came out, and it says playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. Okay, and I'm going to pull out a card for the other person involved in this connection. So this is the card that came out for the other person. It says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Okay, and I'm going to pull out the card for this overall connection. So this is the card that came out for the overall. It says time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Okay, so with this card, this time card, I'm seeing that perhaps this is a connection that you may be working together. Perhaps you're working towards something, and perhaps you have been devoting a lot of time, a lot of attention, a lot of efforts towards it. And I am seeing that perhaps that is something that may be manifesting as what you desire. But with this card, this is about perhaps being able to be patient as far as that manifestation coming to fruition. Also with this card, this could also be about perhaps wanting to move into a new period or to experience something different. With this card, this is about getting what you desire without having to try too hard to get it. So this is about what you want, maybe something that is on the horizon, and I'm not even seeing you having to try too hard to perhaps bring it forward. So with this card, this is about perhaps you may be attracting what you desire as well. And with the Center card, this is about being able to enjoy where you are at the current moments with this connection. So this card is for the other person or the other person involved in this connection. So this could also be pertaining to that Queen of Pentacles showing up in the reverse. So with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, this is a card that shows perhaps having to focus more on being able to acquire some kind of stability as far as perhaps the more practical side of things, and also needing to come back into more of a balance. So with this card, this is about being able to enjoy yourself where you are at the present moment and not having to perhaps have so much before you can have the ability to find joy or happiness in a moment. So I am getting that perhaps with being able to enjoy yourself where you are, that is the ability to restore that balance as far as this energy. So perhaps this person is very hard on themselves with this card, and I'm getting that perhaps that's not something that is helpful in the situation. So this card is all about being able to also have grace for oneself. And with the playfulness card that came out for you in this reading, Sagittarius, I'm also seeing that perhaps there's an element of playfulness that is perhaps being brought back into this connection, and that may be something that is on the horizon as well. And I'm seeing it being what restores the balance in this connection, and I'm seeing you being able to enjoy in perhaps a very prosperous, abundant, and also fun and enjoyable kind of a connection overall. Okay, so that is the message I'm getting with these cards, Sagittarius. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will speak to you in tomorrow's reading. Bye, Sagittarius.